And that's it from us. We are back with the late news at 10. Now on BBC One, it's time for the news where you are. Bye-bye.
Hello, I'm Asad, Ahmed, and a warm welcome to viewers joining us this weekend from Look East. Just Stop Oil protesters have carried out their threat to disrupt the Pride in London parade. It's the country's largest, with tens of thousands of people taking part. But this afternoon, protesters sat in front of the festival's Coca-Cola float, branding the company the world's worst plastic polluter. Megan Owen reports.
Today, London streets were splashed with colour. It started on a good note. Millions flocked to the capital to celebrate Pride. But for environmental activist group Just Stop Oil, this was a moment to take a stance. After blocking the road in front of the Coca-Cola bus midway through the parade to protest what they called high-polluting sponsors, 7 campaigners were arrested by police.
All I'd say to those from Just Stop Oil who want to protest, are you really going to protest at an event both celebrating but also protesting in relation to LGBTQI+ rights? You may be in danger of driving public opinion away rather than more people joining this cause.
For us, anyone who tries to disrupt that parade, it's really letting down those people that use this space once a year to come together and celebrate and protest for those rights.
After a few minutes, the parade was back on track.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, it's just so many people here. Like, woo!
You can see the costumes. There's all our fabulous masqueraders are dotted throughout the band today. So yeah, we're just here to enjoy ourselves.
This is my first Pride since COVID, and it feels wonderful. So back on the street.
Over 30,000 people are taking part in the parade, and up to 1.5 million people are expected to come to London to celebrate Pride, both locally but also travelling from far and wide.
I'm actually Canadian, and I've never felt at home more like when it's Pride in London.
I'm from Cornwall originally. I've got my pasty in my rucksack in the back for lunch.
London Pride is the closest and the biggest Pride to me. Obviously Norwich has their own Pride at the end of July on the 29th if anyone wants to come. But London, there's something about London that is so special.
Expected to be a record-breaking year in numbers, it's clear nothing could rain on this Pride's parade. Megan Owen, BBC News.
2 children and a woman in her 30s have died in a flat fire in Cambridge. It's happened in the early hours of yesterday morning on Sackville Close in King's Hedges. A man managed to escape and is being treated in hospital. The boy and a girl had been rescued by firefighters but died later in hospital. Investigations continue.
It's that weird thing of kind of it's right on your doorstep and you feel kind of intrinsically threatened, and it's shocking to see it, something that's kind of normally at a distance so close to home, and thinking, it can happen to any of us, it can happen anywhere.
A man and a woman have been arrested on suspicion of murder after the body of a 2-year-old girl was discovered in Ipswich. Both are aged 22 and were known to the girl. Suffolk police say they've stepped up patrols around the Sidegate Lane area to reassure the public while investigations continue. The company behind London's hot air balloon regatta is looking at whether the event can go ahead after it was cancelled for a 3rd time this year. Dozens of hot air balloons had been set to soar above London's skyline for the first time since 2020. 3 dates in May and July had been earmarked for launch, but each had to be called off due to adverse weather. The regatta raises hundreds of thousands of pounds for charity. Now the weather with Elizabeth.
Hello there, good evening. It's unseasonably windy this weekend across London and East Anglia, with a brisk westerly blowing, and that's still the case tomorrow. A fresher feeling night though than we saw last night. This is how we'll start off the day on Sunday. There'll be some sunny spells really from the word go, lasting through the morning into the afternoon. It should stay dry, and we'll see temperatures once more peak in the low 20s in Celsius. Into next week, and we'll keep the westerly winds going. It's going to be quite unsettled. Temperatures again in the low 20s. It should be a sunny start to the day on Monday. Some rain by the time we get to the evening.
Well, that's it. There's more news, music and chat on your BBC local radio station, and you can tune in to whichever local radio station you want on the BBC Sounds app. We're back at 6 tomorrow evening on BBC One. Do have a very good evening. Bye-bye.
Hello.